Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. In today's video, we are going to be looking at the topic quadratic equation. Note, this video is also for those who has little or no knowledge under this field, or those that are struggling in understanding the concept of a quadratic equation. So we are going to take step-by-step approach in solving simpler problems. Then thereafter, we will proceed to solving complex concepts or problems and also exam focus. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, ensure you subscribe, like and share this video. Alright, today we are looking at quadratic equation. So quadratic equation is an algebraic equation where the highest power of the variable is 2. And the quadratic equation is given in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a, b and c are numerical values, and since a and b is attached to a letter x, then a and b are called a and b. They are known as coefficient. Whereas x and x squared, are called variables. And c is called constant. Therefore, this symbol represents a quality sign or equal to sign. Then these two is called mathematical operator. So we are going to make use of these terminologies: coefficients, variables, constant, equal to sign. Basically, there are 4 methods used in solving a quadratic equation. The first is factorization method. The second is completing the square method. And the third is called the almighty formula. Or formula method. The fourth is graphical method. So here are the 4 basic methods used in solving a quadratic equation. So let's consider the first factorization method. Alright, let's consider the example on the board using method of factorization. On the board we have 2x squared plus 5x plus 3 equal to 0. Now let's record that on the board we have 2 as the coefficient of x squared, and we have plus 5 as the coefficient of x. Then we have 3, a number without a letter being attached to it is called the constant term. These things, they are very important, take note of it. 2 is the coefficient of x squared and 5 is the coefficient of x. Then we have a constant term. Step-by-step approach in factorization in quadratic equation. Step-by-step approach. in obtaining the right result is, first step, determine the product and the sum. Determine the product and the sum. To get the product, multiply the coefficient of x squared by the constant 10. Multiply the coefficient of x squared, which is 2, by the constant 10 to obtain your product. Therefore, the product means times, is the coefficient of x squared is plus 2, then times the constant term is 3, which gives plus 3, which gives plus 6. Ensure you write the sign behind. Then the sum, to obtain the sum means plus. The sum is the middle term, that is the coefficient of x on the board. The sum is plus 5. The product is plus 6 and the sum is plus 5. Step number 2, look for two factors of the product. When added, it will give you the middle term, which is plus 5. That is to say, think of two numbers when multiplied to give you plus 6. When the two numbers are added together, it will give you plus 5. What should that number be? Alright, now let's look for the factors of 6. First, 1 times 6 gives 6, and 2 times 3 also give 6. Okay, from here, remember when multiplied we get plus 6 and when added we get plus 5. Let's examine the first one. If 1 times 6 is 6 when multiplied, then 1 plus 6 equal to 7. That is to say, it is not equal to 5. We can't go with the first number. Again, 2 times 3 is 6, which is plus 6. Then 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 equals 5. Therefore, the right numbers or factors are 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Because 2 times 3 is plus 6, which is the product, times, and 2 plus 3 is plus 5, which is the sum, plus 5. When multiplied, it gives 6. When added, it gives 5. So the right factors are 2 and 3. Step number 3, replace the middle term, which is 5x, with the two factors, that is 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Since the middle term has x attached to it, that's to say, the two values should be 2x and 3x. Take note of this. Now we have plus 5. We have plus 5x as the middle term. This plus 5x is just like a mother in real life. This is the mother that gave birth to these two identical twins, 2x and 3x. Now when the mother is no longer alive, or when the mother is no longer in her position, what should we do? The children should replace the mother or should be substituted in place of the mother. Let's assume that this person is no longer alive, then the children must inherit the mother's properties. Therefore, by substituting this, from the original equation we have 2x squared plus 5x plus 3 equals 0. By replacing the children in the position of the mother, we have 2x squared. Instead of writing 5x, then I will put plus 2x. plus 3x, then plus 3 equals 0. 2x squared plus the children, then plus 3 equals 0. Now step number 3, by pairing, since there are 4 terms on the board, 1, 2, 3, 4 terms, let's group them using brackets. So in my first bracket, I have 2x squared plus 2x, bracket close. In my second bracket, I have 3x plus 3 equals 0. That is step number 3. Step number 4, factorize each parenthesis. Factorize each parenthesis, or look for the highest common factor between these two terms in this parenthesis. Alright, to factorize this, we have 2x squared plus 2x. And what is common between these two values are 2x. In parentheses, if I divide this, since 2x is common between these two, if I divide 2x squared by 2x, I'm going to obtain this. 2 will cancel 2 and x will cancel this. I'm going to be left with just x. Therefore, we have x. Then plus, since what is common is 2x in the first parenthesis, if I divide this second term, 2x by 2x, I'm going to obtain 1. Remember, 1 divided by 1 is 1, 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 10 divided by 10 is also 1. Therefore, 2x divided by 2x gives 1. Plus, let's do the same to the second bracket. The highest common factor between 3x plus 3 is 3. Then 3 divided by 3x gives 3x divided by 3 gives x. So this is x plus 3 divided by 3 gives 1. Then here is 1, which equals 0. At this point, we observe that the two parentheses in step number 3 are the same. We have x plus 1, x plus 1. If you get to this stage and your brackets are not the same, the parentheses are not the same, there is an error. Go back from the beginning and check. Alright, let's proceed. Since the brackets are the same, let's say x plus 1, then x plus 1 is equal to 0. Or we can say that all the values, all the numbers, all the terms that are not written in bracket in step number 3 should also be equated to 0. That is to say, what we don't have in bracket is 2x plus 3 equal to 0. Let's also equate this to 0. Remember, we started by equating what was written in the bracket to 0 by saying x plus 1 equal to 0. Or, what is not written in the bracket is 2x plus 3 equal to 0. So everything outside the bracket is 2x plus 3 equal to 0. From here we have step number 4. Make x the subject of the formula. Making x the subject, we have here x is equal to 0. When 1 crosses over the right hand side, the sign changes to its reciprocal sign, which is minus 1. From plus 1 to minus 1. Or we have making x the subject, variable x the subject, 2x is equal to 0 minus, when plus 3 equals to the right hand side, the sign changes from positive to minus 3. Therefore, we have x is equal to 0 minus 1 is minus 1, or 2x equals 3. That's to say, 2x is equals minus 3. Dividing both sides by the coefficient of x on the board. If we divide both sides by the coefficient of x on the board, from here we will obtain 2x equals minus 3 divided by 2 divided by 2. This cancels this, so x will stand alone. Therefore, we have x is equal to minus 3 over 2. Therefore, the final result is x equals to minus 1 or x equal to minus 3 over 2. We obtain two results in solving this problem. When solving a quadratic equation, we must obtain two results. And these results are called the roots of the equation. Take note. So after solving a quadratic equation, we obtain what is called the quadratic roots. And we must have two roots. Take note.